Did you know that there is actually an energetic state that can help you manifest exactly what you want, basically on autopilot? Well, the best part is that you are already in this energetic state multiple times a day without even realizing it. So if you are already doing this, you might as well make it work to your advantage. This is something that I feel like is so often overlooked when it comes to manifesting, but it's actually pretty basic brain science, but not in a boring way. And as you may know, or if you're new here, my whole goal here on my channel is to take the mysterious, mystical, unpredictable feelings and ideas around manifestation and instead give you the exact tools to get real, tangible, and predictable results. Manifesting is not meant to be so difficult. And in this video, I'm going to show you the most powerful energetic state to get into in order to manifest what you want easily, instead of gripping on and having to try so hard all of the time. That's really no fun. And the best part is, like I said, this is a state that you already go into multiple times per day, so your mind already technically knows what to do. You just need to be aware of and know when you're in this state and what to do when you're in this state in order to manifest what you want. Hello and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, I'm Mary Kate and I'm a mindset coach and manifesting expert focused on getting you transformational results. My whole channel is all about manifesting, the law of attraction with meditations and more, where I show the tools you need to get the results you want. I post brand new videos every Wednesday, so be sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification so that you can be notified whenever I post a new video. And really quickly, before we get into the video, go ahead and hit that little thumbs up button right down there below if you are ready to start manifesting with ease. No, really. Go ahead and do it. It takes just one quick second and everything in manifestation starts with you. Now, let's get into this energetic state and how to use it and what to do. So your brain actually goes into 5 different states. There's alpha, beta, delta, gamma, and theta. And each of these different brainwave states happen during different activities throughout your day. You experience all of these. So the one we're primarily going to focus on in order to manifest what you want is going to be the theta state. But it's really also important to sort of understand what's happening in each of these other 5 wave states so that you can understand and identify what's going on and where you're at. And don't worry, I'm not gonna go into too much detail. I will keep this video straight to the point, but let me quickly explain what each state is so that you know when you're in the theta state that we wanna get into. And to make it even easier, I'm gonna go from the highest energetic state to the lowest energetic state, starting with the gamma state. So in the gamma state, you can think of this state as when your mind is really, really active, hyper-focused, super active. These are problem-solving moments and high-intensity moments of concentration and thinking. This is when you're really, really focused and in the zone. And next up is gonna be the beta state, where you're awake, moments where you're working on something but not super hyper-focused and aware. This is actually also the state for physical activity, and it's basically just a notch below the gamma state, but just not as intense as the gamma state. And then after that, there's gonna be the alpha state. And these are the moments where you're sort of relaxed, maybe the moment right before you fall asleep, or the moments where you're nice and calm, sitting, relaxing, watching TV, reading a book. Just think of the alpha state as being in a very nice, relaxed state. And then right below alpha is the theta state. And this is the one I want to talk about because it's extremely beneficial and important when it comes to manifestation. So the theta state is this very hypnotic sort of state where both brain hemispheres are actually synchronized. And the most interesting part about this theta state is that most children up until the age of about 7 live primarily in this brainwave state. I like to think of this brainwave state as almost childlike, creative, and imaginative without overthinking or judging things. There's this fine line between reality and imaginary, and there's this uninhibited creativity and imagination. Think of those inexplicable places that artists and painters and writers go when they get lost in their creative flow of work and they say that their work just kind of pours out of them. That's the theta state. But it's also activities that you basically do on autopilot without even realizing it. This is also the theta state. Things like brushing your teeth or automatically taking the same way home from work. Things like that are automatic that you don't really think about. That's also the theta state. And meditation actually brings you into the theta state as well, which is why meditation can be so extremely beneficial when it comes to manifestation. And truly, that's why I find that so many people have such amazing results from using the meditations that I have here on my channel. It's because I guide you into that theta state. and get you into the experience of having what you want in this brainwave state. This is extremely powerful work. So if you haven't yet, be sure to try out some of my manifesting meditations that I have here on my channel. There's actually a whole playlist that I will link down below, but I recommend starting with the Law of Assumption meditation and the Quantum Manifesting meditation. Those are gonna work really well with what we're talking about in this video. So again, I will leave a link down to that playlist down below. But the magical part of this theta state is that this is when you're most in tune with your subconscious mind, and it's actually the best time to shift your programming about what it is that you want to manifest. This is one of the best times to reprogram your subconscious mind, because most of your subconscious programming actually happened when you were in this theta state, unaware of what was actually being conditioned into you, especially between those ages of 0 and 7. So technically, if you want to reprogram your mind, this is the state that you want to get back into to change the programming that you picked up long ago. The programming that doesn't support you having what it is that you want. This is a topic that I could truly go on and on and on and on about. This video will be like 9 hours long. But let's quickly get into how to access this theta state and what to do when you're in this theta state. It's important to know that the theta state typically isn't something where you just snap your fingers and you get right into it. Transitioning into this state isn't that abrupt. Going from gamma to alpha maybe, but not to theta. So what usually happens is that when you intentionally move into this theta brainwave state, you pass through some of the other brainwaves first, which is why I wanted to quickly touch on what each one was so that you can notice it. So if you start this at a point where you are hyper-focused and working on something very specific, intensely concentrated, you would likely move then from that gamma state to then beta, to then alpha, to then theta. Or if you're already super relaxed, you would probably just have to move from alpha to theta. It really all depends on where you're at in your day, what's going on in your day, but truly the best way to get into this theta state is through meditation. It's the most simple way to get there quickly. And I'm not saying it's gonna be instant. It's likely gonna take a few moments to get into that theta state once you begin your meditation, as your mind starts to slow down and get quiet. But once you're in it, you'll almost get sort of lost in the moment between imagination and reality. And like I said, use the meditations here on my channel to really get you deep into that theta state. And in these meditations, once you get there, I will guide you through step by step what to do in order to manifest what you want specifically. The work is kind of done for you, just follow along. But if you also know and you're aware that you have some programming you need to rework around something specific that you're manifesting, something that you kind of want to rewire and rethink, I also have a very specific meditation just for that, and I'm gonna leave a link up here and a link down below for that. But the results that people have gotten from using this specific meditation have been incredible. So try it out and trust me on this. And I mentioned that the best way to get into this theta state is through meditation, but that's not the only way. I would say that's probably the most simple and straightforward way. But the theta state can also be accessed through creativity in so many other forms. But the reason I suggest meditation specifically is that I find that people tend to overthink and get confused if they're in it or not, especially creative types. I'm one of them, I get it. So meditation is a much simpler approach to entering the theta state. But once you're in this theta state, your brain truly doesn't know the difference between what's real or imaginary. So this is the best time to start feeding it things that you want as being real. You're going to want to start bringing in that experience of exactly what you want as being here and real right now, creating the experience for yourself completely. You can use I am affirmations, you can use visualization, you can use emotions. There are so many different options, or you can even follow one of my meditations where I sort of guide you in exactly what to do. But do what works best for you and create a very real experience for yourself. That's all that matters. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification so you get notified whenever I post a new video. You can also find me over on Instagram and TikTok at MKMagicMindset. I'm new to the TikTok thing, but I'm getting there. And if you want to learn more about me, my programs, how to work with me, and more, you can visit my website, mkmagicmindset.com, and I will see you in the next one.